Hello, my little Willy. In today's tutorial, you will learn how to knit the amazing Wasp Nest Stitch pattern. It's a lovely pattern, full of texture. This is the right side of the work. It's an 8-row repeat pattern, and it's not reversible. This is the wrong side of the work, but it's not complicated to do at all. So first, we need to cast on multiples of 8. For example, 8 times 3, 24 stitches, and use the cast on method you prefer. It's easier if you work 1, 2, or 3 rows to start in garter stitch to create a nice edge, because we're going to start crossing stitches in the first row. And for this swatch, I decided to work 3 rows in garter stitch. And remember, as per any other cable stitch pattern, we will need a cable needle stitch holder like this, or even a third needle of the same size, or a bobby pin or hairpin. I prefer those normally because they are short, so it's easier for me to handle the stitches, but whatever works for you. First row, right side of the work. We will start with the repeat. The repeat is what you will find between asterisks in the written instructions. Remember, you can find my patterns on my website, sewwoolly.net, and there is a link for you below this video in the description box, below the title of the video. The repeat is cable for back, cable for front. Take your cable needle and place 2 stitches. I'm using a third needle here. Put the yarn behind the needle, and now knit 2 stitches from your left hand needle. 1 and 2. Pass the 2 stitches from the cable needle onto the left hand needle because we have to knit them, and knit those 2. It's called a cable for back. Now take 2 stitches, pass them onto the cable needle, and keep them in front of the work. Knit the following 2, 1, 2, and pass those 2 stitches onto the left hand needle again, and knit them, 1 and 2. So 8 stitches to create the repeat. Let's do it again. Put 2 stitches on your cable needle, leave them at the back of the work, knit 2, 1, 2, and put those 2 from the cable needle onto the left hand needle, and knit those 2, 1, 2. This is a cable for back. Now take 2 stitches, put them onto the cable needle, keep them in front of the work, knit the following 2, 1 and 2, and put those 2 back onto the left hand needle and knit them. This is a cable for front. To finish the row, I will be using a cable needle because it's shorter, easier for me. So cable for back. Take 2 stitches, put them onto the cable needle and keep them at the back of the work. Knit 2 from the left hand needle and put those 2 stitches back onto the left hand needle and knit them. Now cable for front. Take 2 stitches, put them onto the cable needle and keep them at the front of the work. Knit 2 stitches from the left hand needle and put those 2 back onto the left hand needle, and one by one knit them. 1, 2. So we have complete 3 repeats of the pattern. Second, and every even row, wrong side of the work, just purl every stitch. Purl from the first to the last. Row 3, just knit every stitch. Row 4, purl every stitch. Row 5. The repeat is cable for front, so take 2 stitches, put them onto your cable needle, give the yarn a little tug, keep them at the front of the work and knit 2 from the left hand needle. Put those 2 stitches from the cable needle back onto the left hand needle and knit them. 1 and 2. And now cable for back. Take 2 stitches, keep them at the back of the work, knit 2 from the left hand needle, 1, 2, and put those 2 stitches back onto the left hand needle and knit them. So 1 repeat complete, 8 stitches. Let's do it again. Cable for front. Place 2 stitches onto the cable needle and keep them at the front of the work. Knit 2, 1, 2, and put those back onto the left hand needle and knit them. Now, cable for back. Put 2 stitches onto the cable needle and keep them at the back of the work. Knit 2 from the left hand needle and put those 2 back onto the left hand needle again and knit them. Okay, and the last repeat. Cable for front. Take 2, keep them at the front, knit 2, put those back onto the left hand needle and knit them. And cable for back. Take 2 stitches, put them at the back of the work, knit 2, 1, 2, and put those 2 back onto the left hand needle and knit 1 and 2. So row 6 as per every other even row, just purl every stitch. Row 7 as per row 3, knit every stitch. And row 8, the last one, purl every stitch. These 8 rows create the pattern. Repeat them until the desired length is reached. When finished, bind off purlwise after row 7. That means facing the wrong side of the work. So, this is everything for today, my little woolly. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and happy knitting!